No, I'm just adding my motivations in. I had not done that yet.
So of course the camera pans down from the Stargate in outer orbit to the church's capital planet as you see this giant black cathedral known as the Onyx Cathedral. As the camera pans in and you see a group of elder priests beating on this ebony stone table, debating about it, and the camera swings out of the room where this great debate is coming on. And there's a little foyer area where there's benches on both sides of the walls, and our current crew are sitting there listening to the yelling that's coming out of the other room, but they basically have the gist of they've all been summoned together for a job. Two of you, the two furry bear-like crew members, totally know what the mission's going on, and our paladin in full armor and arms sitting there very intimidatingly keeping everyone in check. As you guys are eyeballing each other, go ahead and describe what each of you look like to each other.
Well, I of course am. Let's see. Uh, Male of age 23. I'm 6'3", good fit, strong build, kind of light brown fur with dark brown around the shoulders and dark green eyes. Wearing the paladin armor of the church that was crafted by my very own hands with the aid in empowering our church into it. And on my hip is a hilt, only a hilt with no blade.
You lost the blade in a bet.
Yeah. And he carries himself very tall, no hunching over nothing, very tall and proudful.
Very proud Urson warrior.
Yep.
And Viridionyx is Terrius Dracon. He's got one of the things notable about him is he's got a full set of fully functional wings. Male, just over 6 feet tall. Kind of hard to put an age to him since, he doesn't look particularly, humanoid other than the fact that he's on 2 legs. He's muscular and strong, but kind of graceful. The wings lend him a little bit of that. The way that a predator is can appear graceful. He's got yellow-orange, slightly glowing, burning colored eyes, and he's just like squinting around, and he seems to be just glaring at everything all at once. He's got his arms crossed, and he's kind of leaning back against the wall. He's got green iridescent scales that are so dark that they appear almost to be black.
And of course, the best part is the 2 elder paladins protecting the antechamber ahead where the arguing is coming from totally have their hands on their weapons and are looking right at him without flinching. They're looking at none of you except the winged dragon that has no reason to be here.
And every so often he notices them and kind of just grins a toothy grin at them and then goes back to scowling.
So Curie comes up to about little over waist level to most of you. She looks like basically a young adolescent calico cat, basically. But humanoid, and that she's standing up. She's got humanoid hands, but for all intents and purposes, she looks like a cat. She looks very, her clothes look way too new. It's like it's her first day and she's looking around just so excited. Like this is her first day at school kind of excitement, and she's taking everything in with big wide eyes and just like looking everyone, trying to be like gauging their health, And if she sees someone that looks a little hungry, she pulls out a little snack and places it in their hand, kind of thing.
Spoony
And
snacks.
yeah, well, she has like multi-purpose snacks that are good for different species. So like for each pocket, it's like, okay, this pocket is good for this species, and this pocket is good for that species, kind of thing. So she's always, her coat is the inside of her coat is just filled with pockets. So in some pockets she has snacks, in some pockets she's got tissues, in some pockets she has various little first aid things, like little bandages that she's like hand drawn little happy faces and stuff like that. So, yes.
Nice.
I can't wait till our fresh, bright-eyed doctor says, "It's going to be my pleasure to fix you the first time you're vivisected." I look forward to that day. From a certain point of view.
Oh, dear.
Fauzi is about 6 feet tall, with sandy brown hair and garbed in the priest's garb that is white with some black and silver inlay. He carries a large, dark, heavy-looking staff, and tends to carry himself with very little poise, just kind of walking from point to point rather than any ceremony with his movement.
Nice.
And oddly enough, you all saw him come in with this very large tablet. You know, we're talking like 2 feet by 4 feet with some ragged breaks in the tablet, written in some kind of ancient language that only the church knows, because church. And that tablet's currently being yelled about right now in the other room.
Hooray!
Of course, it's not a digital tablet. Heaven
You
forbid.
troublemaker.
Listen, I'm just glad they're not yelling about me
Right?
for once.
I've had plenty of that.
Okay, and then just standing off to the side is a 5'2" humanoid-shaped robot with glowing eyes and diodes about its body. A slightly pleasant-looking expression. Permanently, its face is formed into a pleasant-looking expression, so that it truly looks like whatever it's looking at, it's interested in and pleased to see. But it looks like that all the time.
What
So
do you
you're
think
not
they're
Marvin.
smiling at?
So you're not Marvin.
No, it has a relatively pleasant personality, despite what it would desire. It is looking confusedly at a piece of fruit that was put in its hand, wondering what it's supposed to do with that.
Just squeeze it really, really hard.
As you totally the scout in the group tries to convince the droid to become a juice machine.
Right? But you gotta put a token in for the service. So.
Exactly.
Yep, it's
That's
definitely
a-
church property.
That's how he
How
gets
do you-
the money. That's how he gets his money. It's you got to put
Yeah.
tokens in for certain services.
Where do you want to go? That's going to be 12 tokens.
You would like
If
to
I
go very
shake it
fast.
hard enough, will some fall out?
Right.
If you'd like to go very fast in this emergency situation, please insert 200 more credits. Platinum service unlocked.
Now we know how he's got all this money in his
Exactly.
pockets.
And of course, you guys hear the arguing kind of abruptly stop all at once. And the two guards kind of stiffen up. That totally means somebody's probably going to open that door. So they get very uncomfortably formal. Their posture. you guys kind of know that, probably some kind of adult conversations. And one of the high cardinals comes out in his full-blown regalia, very large chain of office around his neck. So he's a high Pumbaa here. And he basically first gestures to our paladin and priest. May you please
appropriately.
come. And he gestures for you to walk past him into the room.
Oh, shit. We follow.
And then you
Or
guys...
at least I follow.
I'm assuming you both go in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As the two Urson go in, and you hear some very hushed tones happening. Very, very quiet tones going on. As a few moments later, about a good minute or so, the door opens again, and the rest of you are asked to come enter, as well as the droid is offered to please accompany the rest of these beings.
I stand up full height, like big, tall, proud, and like stalk right in through the doorway.
Fluttering your wings, you little show off.
And interpose myself wherever he is in the room between him and the high priest. Not in a per se threatening manner, but just in a kind of an obvious, like, yeah, we're gonna keep something.
He noticing that he like gives a self-satisfied chuckle.
And you do know that when you walk in the room, you notice in the four corners of this almost oval-shaped room, there happens to be 4 full-on Crusader paladins. They've got the really cool armor and the really cooler weapon. But they each are a protector of one of the cardinals. They usually have... Each house has a great Crusader protector. So you guys pretty know if you try to murder one of these cardinals, not only do they have their own divine defenses, that one of these paladins would thump you in a half a second. Maybe that's why everything here is obsidian stone, because all those damn Crusaders with their fire swords.
Right?
I'm going to scan the room and subtly start recording everything that I am witnessing.
Ooh.
I'm gonna sidle up to sorry, give me because I don't remember.
You can open the journal to see their character sheets, or you can look at the tokens, because their tokens you should be able to see their names on the tokens.
I
What
can't.
else?
I can't
Yeah.
see anyone's
Evan, how
names
do you
or
say your
bars.
Evan, how do you say your character's name?
Viridionics.
The names are not showing.
Okay.
You can totally give him a nickname of Viri. I'm just going to say that.
All right. I'm just saying, Evan, I'm going to sidle up to Evan's character because I have no sense of danger at this moment. Because my flaw is gullible. Anyways, and I'm going to be like, isn't this all very exciting? Wonder what's going on. Why are they yelling? Do you know why? Would you like a snack?
One of the priests totally does that whole...
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi.
It's like he can't help himself but kind of like pats her head and then like sees what he just did and is like stuffs his hands in his pockets.
I take your hand, I pat it. It's all right, dear. If it makes you feel better, you can.
Just shrugs and goes along with it.
She has an excellent bedside manner, and if somebody needs to pat her on the head to feel better, she's okay with it.
Taylor just kind of growls under his breath at the interruptions.
The high priest finally, once things quiet and simmer down, gladly slides this ancient, gritty stone tablet across this ebony rock table. And one of the priests, have conveniently Fuzzy Wuzzy's mentor, basically, winces at the ancient tome relic being slid across the stone table as you all are hearing that chalkboard sound. As Fuzz it's gestured for you to pick the tome back, the chunk of rock back up.
I'll lift it back up.
As
Is
he
he able to lift it?
I would hope so. I have 3 brawn.
It's,
okay.
yeah, he's pretty burly. You're big guys. You're good
Yeah.
burly guys.
Listen, we're the
As-
same species. You went 1 extra into brawn. I went 1 extra into willpower. I'm still pretty strong. You're still pretty willful.
Yeah.
as soon as you pick it up and kind of do the baby carry with it, since you have your staff in the other hand, the priest looks and says, "So, am I to believe that all of your requests have been fulfilled to take this quest for the church?" And he kind of like gazes across all 5 of you to wait to see what your responses are. I mean, do you nod affirmative? Do you
Oh,
give
definitely. I mean,
lift up your chin and give a great
Just a
yeah,
thumbs up.
I mean, we're
yes,
prideful because we actually are getting to go on our first independent mission together.
Yeah. Oh yes, I'm sure that you've provided us with everything we'll need for now.
All
your
appears to be in order.
your church supplied craft has been completely fitted for your needs. Your transponder codes will identify it as a church craft, as well as it has full complements for your mission. We hope that the 8 months of supplies will be sufficient for your quest, but if not, you of course know you need but identify yourself as members of the church, and you
Of
should
course.
expect full cooperation on any church-controlled planet or facility.
As it should be.
And guy totally looks proud that the paladin's like so stoic, and all he ate the Sunday morning wafers. He's just
Oh,
what he
yeah.
wants to see. As he looks at the others that are not members of the church and looks at you and says, "I am sure for your own well-being, you realize that your service to the church is not just to the church, but service to the entire galaxy. For each duty that you do for the church," and you totally hear this sermon background music kick in. You totally know he's got on his badge of office a little pre-recorded sermon background music that he clicks one of the gems and it just starts playing some sermon music in the background, ever so subtly, so his words go right over it. Every service that you do in the name of the church will protect you and guide you to the afterlife. You can practically hear one of the other priests saying amen.
May
Just
their sight
know
ever fall upon you.
If I could, I would roll my eyes, but I can't, so I don't. I keep my pleasant expression.
as you may be aware, not a single one of you has all of the skills required to do what needs to be done for this mission. Fuuze has discovered in the archives an ancient tablet, and he totally gestures to the tablet that you have in your hands there. This tablet refers to an ancient artifact that predates even the church's chronology and records. But according to what the other scribes and Fa'azi has described in the writings, from what we see, it leads its way to an artifact that would bring great unity. And he lifts his hands up in this beautiful churchy gesture. Or destruction. And he drops his hands to the table like throwing a bunch of dice. Or destruction to all the species of the universe. And their utter damnation. And he
Damnation!
lets the damnation echo in this room a little bit there, and everyone kind of bows their head, and all of the high priests do a little religious symbol. Yes, we hear the holy
Punctuated by a
ding.
bell.
The holy ding. Obviously, one of his other gems has the holy ding to guide away evil spirits. And he looks at you and says, "We will be providing you a craft that will assist you in your mission, as it will be leading you from here all the way out into the unknown reaches. But first, your
A
spiritual
message from our
advisor
sponsors.
and translator of the tablet, Fauzi, will guide you from location to location of what he believes may be necessary to visit in order to truly translate this ancient tablet."
Hooray!
And he totally gestures for you to feel free to speak up.
Honeymoon's in the throat.
Hey, Cat, do you have a lozenge for this guy?
I pull out like several in different flavors. Would you need? Do you need one or a glass of water? I pull out
yes.
a little water
Yes.
bottle.
Yes, please. I'll grab the lozenge marked salmon. The
Honey
salmon
and
throat
fish
lozenge.
flavor.
That's actually my favorite.
He needs a little honey.
Anyway, yes. Well, our first destination, I believe, should be the Luminous Rift. As we need to get an understanding of this prophecy and at least get an idea of whether this will lead to unity or destruction. Currently, it's really just a toss-up.
Really, your boss sounded so sure.
It's as one who has worked in the archives and devoted himself to keeping within the gaze of Unveiled, I can tell you that we will not know until after we've begun to explore it. And I believe the Luminous Rift and the energy there will give us the best idea of what this will actually lead to.
How's it gonna do that?
That's a great question. I don't know. And until we get there, I won't.
Don't you love religious prophecy and dogma?
It is not for me to know, for Uendel is the keeper of secrets.
And the other priests all nod to each other like, yes, 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 this sounds like the good first step. Is there anything that you require before leaving? Did you need to go back to the catacombs to see if there's any additional information you can get off the ancient scriptures scribbled into the walls beneath?
No, I believe I've extracted all the knowledge that I can possibly understand from those.
Excellent, excellent. So your ship is prepared. We have had some of our young priests make sure everything is taken care of to the highest order. Should you need anything, as I said, you may avail yourself to any of the churches, chapels, for more supplies if necessary.
Yes, I believe we have everything necessary, but everyone else has everything that they'll need for extended travel.
Do you have any extra medical supplies just in case?
Medical supplies, and one of the priests that you know is all about the holistic arts. He nods and agrees that yes, they should be prepared for medical supplies.
Ooh, and more salmon throat lozenges.
Those are my
Explosives wouldn't hurt either.
As our physician is attempting to negotiate for more supplies.
favorite. What do I do?
So on your character sheet,
Okay.
go down to the skill listed as negotiation. I believe it's under the social skills.
Okay.
As she's going to put up a good, wholesome argument with her 2 green against 2 purple.
So do oh Jesus.
I mean,
So I roll the dice.
Yep, see the little D20 symbol at the end there? That's what you would hit. As the priest in charge of medicine says, that is a good suggestion. Unfortunately, our supplies of medical origins are very sparse since the last time we had to help refugees from planet Coaxia 477. Currently,
why
we
would
are depleted of supplies.
why would we need supplies when God's grant us powers to heal?
Could we
Because
have
the
healthy
church-
food? How about healthy food stuff? I
the,
worry
the
about
ship the ship is supplied with over 8 months worth of consumables.
Yeah, well, consumables are one thing, but we need fresh food.
And
Unfortunately, if this journey would go very long, fresh food may in fact go bad. But I will totally, out of character, take another negotiation roll that would be a little easier, believe it or not, for food, because food is easier to get than medical supplies.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
As you totally ask for fresh food, because you worry about your teammates' health. And to which the youngest of the very elderly priests looks up and he says, yes, yes, they should be supplied with fresh food and not the consumables. A air quotes the consumables on the ships. Protein pastes and carbohydrate pellets are nothing compared to the fresh foods we grow here at the Obsidian Citadel. And he gets up and gestures out a window where there's a huge, massive farm being worked by young priests and paladins as their daily duties. As he says, I will supply from my stores a extra month of fresh consumables that would unfortunately only be good for about that long before they would go bad on their own.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm pretty sure we can go through them
Right.
quite quickly.
We can start with the fresh and then move into the other.
As you know, he will get on his council table and push a button and says some quick orders to put fresh food on the ship, and he names off the species type of each of you, and there's a very muffled response as he says, there, you will be provided a month's fresh food for your ship, suitable
Thank you.
for each of
Thank
your
you.
diverse natures.
Thank you so much. Thank you for showing care for the health of everyone on this ship.
As off camera, they're loading some live chickens and some lizards and some small rodent-like animals.
As
Nice.
this mission has been described as reaching to unknown space, this unit would like to requisition tools and parts to enact repairs away from church bases.
Ooh.
For the ship. I'm talking about for the ship.
An excellent suggestion, my soulless friend. And it's really said with no insult meant, but you can totally take it. As he looks over and says, I think we could at least give them some basics of that nature, don't you think? And feel free to give me your negotiation roll.
Yes, because robots are known for negotiating.
Unfortunately, church conditions as they are, we are in sore need of fresh repair parts and tools, my mechanical friend. And if the church were to have them, we would gladly provide them at this time. But unfortunately, we cannot. And all of the priests look at each other and give a good harumph as they acknowledge that they cannot supply you the repair things that you need.
I would take stale ones. Freshness doesn't really affect their usefulness.
Unfortunately, you also take a point of strain for speaking up. That soulless comment must have really stung your processor. Deep inside you, there's a cartridge that needs to be pulled out and blown on and put back on.
That's what you get for having secret sentience.
Yeah, it doesn't really talk about it, but possible to get a shield from the church.
Just a shield for your arm shield?
Yeah, like an arm shield. I'm
As
assuming that they must have them.
they do, in fact.
I mean,
That's an
doesn't really.
easy ask. Give me your negotiation, as you put it.
Oh
And
my gosh.
though faith is your truest shield, you would appreciate to wear the church's crest.
Well, exactly.
Jim, did you type a month of fresh fruits and lies
And
from the church?
Oh, it's supposed to be live.
Oh. I figured it was just church lies.
Yeah, well. All right. You got everything ready?
Yep.
All right. Negotiation, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, because we're.
We would wish to give you a shield emblazoned with the church's icon. Unfortunately, the last ship of paladins that was sent off to duty. And of course, that's a total pain point because you felt bad that you were left behind in the class of paladins when they were all
Right?
sent off to go fight for the church and the glory, and you were given babysitting detail. I mean, it's a friend, but still it's babysitting detail. As they're just like, we are sure that in your travels what you seek will be found, as the church is the greatest shield of both your faith, your flesh, and your soul. Give me an amen.
They be shielded from their gaze.
And everyone echoes this mantra of, may they be shielded from the gaze.
Hey, cat, if they give you anything called Kool-Aid, don't drink it.
And everyone who's bowing their head kind of give a snorty sound but maintain their closed eye contact for that half a second. And
Again,
then the priest
guttural growl.
looks at the last scaly member of the group to ask for anything. Do you maintain your stoic silence?
Yeah, I'll just be like, no, good.
Excellent. So you should henceforth head down below to your ship, take stock of things if you would like, and prepare to head out. You have been given clearance to use the Stargate to speed up your mission. Your clearance codes are on the console of the ship. Your mechanical pilot here has all of the ignition codes required to utilize the ship. It is up to your discretion if you would like to have them as from it as well.
I trust the church has cleared him and made sure he's properly programmed.
Please be advised, in case of emergency, he is programmed to return the ship here if something were to happen to the crew. After all, think about it. TA3681 is a failsafe, if nothing else.
Right? Yeah, but of course. I mean, we gotta return the property back to the church.
If nothing else.
But that would imply we fail, and that will not happen.
That's the first thing any of these guys said that I agree with.
Interesting. So you guys head up and head out?
Sure.
I have no need to dilly-dally around here.
As you guys walk down the 4-story spiral staircase that goes down the tower because church wants it old-timey and don't believe in elevators. We all know these old cardinals have an elevator back there somewhere. And you guys head out, and you totally see some cages with some live animals being put in the cargo hole, around the car, the hover car that's in there.
Bunch of
There's
rats.
some kind of furry rodent creatures, which at least, well, technically, if our Urson friends want to, they can eat them. But at least our feline companion and scaled companion would totally be able to consume those. I mean,
Yep.
fresh or cooked is a personal preference, I guess.
Oh, Veery just fishes one out of the cage and pops it and gives it a crunch.
Hopefully a few barrels of honey is available.
There's totally granted from the artisanal hives off-world some sweet, sweet royal nectar honey.
I'm totally spiking the honey with citrus so nobody gets scurvy.
Citrus honey. All right.
I mean,
hey, they go well together.
It'll make it go less, not go bad.
There we go.
What are you talking about? That's Mother Nature's perfect food. It never goes bad.
But now we're adding acid to it, so it'll double not go bad.
Yeah. I mean, it might become infested with something, but it won't go bad.
And if it crystallizes, you can always just put it in a warm bath.
Right. I mean, it's like the perfect natural food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
everybody eats it.
Mm-hmm.
The childhood stories of Winnie.
Winnie the Pooh.
The space ranger who used to thwart the bear at every step. So you guys see the ship it's stocked up in its galley for food and water. It's got oxygen reserves all set up. The ship looks beautifully pristine. There was obviously some paladins using their armor shine buff on it to get the ship all super shiny. First flock of seagulls or bugs you fly through, it's going to totally ruin
right?
it. And now you see that they've loaded a month's worth of fresh foods, honey, fruits, live creatures.
Yay.
Kind of makes you wince when you realize, you were meeting food and they gave you living food, which is the best way to keep it, fresh.
I'm okay with that.
So we got mice for the cat and rats for the lizard.
Did they give us food for the food?
You have food that can be fed to the food or eaten yourselves. There's totally grains there, as well as the space goat that you've got if you need fresh milk or heaven forbid, or I should say, afterlife forbid, have to eat as itself. It can actually eat some of the small rodents as well because space goat's carnivorous.
God.
So I say we name the ship Menagerie.
I say we not let the robot do any more clever thinking.
We got some shipboard rivalry already. So does anyone do anything special now that you're on your ship, away from the prying eyes of the church?
I'm going to check out where the med bay is and, familiarize myself with the area.
Okay, you go and check out the med bay. Do me a favor. You have really good perception. Go ahead and give me a perception roll. It's just an average roll. As you check out the place and give it the once over, you pull out the table. It's got basic stuff that you're seeing in there. Med bay looks fairly well to do. As you're pretty sure this is a great med bay, No problems, no defects. The sensor suite is really great. You can pull out some little pasties and put them on people, and it gives you their biometrics on the screen. You do a quick test by putting some of them on your forearm, and the biometrics are showing on the screen. You immediately start typing in everything you know about your crew so far in regards to species and biometrics.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, the ship's instruments will tell you their height and weight automatically when they boarded the ship.
Okay.
So you can totally do your doctor stuff. And what would you like for
Yay.
your 3 advantage, if anything?
Um. Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of that I'd want advantage on is like my first medical emergency, just to be prepared. Is that
Okay.
something I can do?
3 advantage, just remember this, will give you a free upgrade on your first medicine check in your emergency room. Since you totally put everything in its proper place where you like it, you set up this med bay for how exactly you want it. Not
Okay.
any procedural way, but how works best for you.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
okay
not
with.
much because it's never really been used because the church just uses Starcana to
Magical
heal
healing.
each other. But
That's fine.
it,
That's
but it's got
okay.
one because it came with the ship.
Yeah.
So you actually organized it because nobody in the church knew how to use it.
Everything still has its plastic safety coating.
So
Okay.
I wanted to do a quick um, assessment of the security of the thing. Like, if we had to defend the ship, like whether it's defensible, like how's it defensible on the inside and on the outside. Just get an idea of its if I were to say raid this ship, how would I defend against raiding that
So
ship?
that's funny because that was one of my next moves was to check the security of the ship while the dragon is looking at ways to note and identify how to infiltrate the ship. So
That's
yes.
how you figure out how to defend it.
You find the
So
weak points. Okay. So go ahead and give me either your vigilance or your perception.
All right.
so funny he would say that. So we're both doing the same thing.
Yep.
Traipsing around the ship going, okay, wait, what's he looking at?
So are we actually assisting each other?
Do you want to do an assist or do you want to do separate checks? Since they're
I
slightly
don't know if
different
I would.
things.
I think I kind of hinted at my
Disdain.
potential initial assumptions of what he's doing versus what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if it would be an assist.
It's more of a big O little d. So go ahead and give
Because
me your infiltration check.
I'll do a
As you're giving.
perception roll.
Oh,
yeah,
look at that!
the
I got a
pirate look.
point. I got a point from a
Had to do it.
pirate boarding party point of view.
Yeah, like if somebody were to board it, we need to know how to defend it.
Ooh, so
Likely
you walk the
story.
halls with your taloned feet clicker clacking on the deck plating as
Okay.
I don't hear Jim anymore.
I'm typing.
He's got to stop talking. He can't chew gum and
Got it.
type at the same time.
So, on your initial assessment, you notice that there are 2 man-size openings. Totally think like the Millennium Falcon when they rescue Luke hanging off of Cloud City. Man-size openings that are on the top and the bottom of this ship that can be used to either let someone off or someone could blow the hatch and come in. And they're just a small single person or maybe clutching someone could maybe fit, as long as they can curl up smaller than a backpack. So you know that there is a way to crawl off the bottom of the ship or to pop out the roof of the ship, which is a really nice thing to know about the ship. As well as you have the left and right side airlocks, as well as the boarding ramp for the cargo where the hover car will get in and out. As says, Fuzzy is walking around consecrating the ship.
That sounds messy.
Okay, so
Okay, and what would you like for the two advantages?
Oh, he already left.
so for the two advantages,
I mean, that is a
could I
suggestion.
find a nice little defense, like a spot where if we were to be like boarded and attacked, I find myself a nice little good ambush spot that
Oh yeah,
that
you
I could
find
use.
in the middle of where the two airlocks are, there's a little double triangle, kind of like D8 shaped corridor there, that you know for a fact with the doors half closed is a beautiful choke point to ambush anyone coming from either one of the airlocks while you have pure cover.
Cool.
Maybe that's why it was designed that way.
So if we ever get boarded, I know how to defend. And if I ever board, I know what to avoid.
I would like to. I realize it's all shiny and pretty on the surface because, paladins can spit shine stuff. But I want to do a full pre-flight inspection, check the engines, see how intelligent the computer is, just check the guts of the ship.
Okay, give me a good solid mechanics check.
Okay.
Hey! So, in no time at all, you do a system diagnostics on the ship that you know that the ship is 100% flight ready. And
Of course.
it is in great mechanical shape.
Okay. And how's the computer? Is it
Go ahead
at
and
all intelligent?
give me a computers check. It's very, very simple subsystem AIs.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be getting fresh with our computer, man.
You won't be able to really have a full-on conversation, but they can, play hollow chess with you.
Okay. Sure,
Holy crap. So don't worry about those two threats. Don't worry about those two threats. When you do your computer check, all of these subdirectories check in that they are A-OK. Everything is fine. There's multiple safety procedures put into the computer. So you know that the computer will totally give you red lights when you're doing something dangerous or risky. And you know that the church has loaded up a basic directory of safety things that should be prevented from doing. No crazy things on church property, that type of stuff.
And can I override those red lights if I really need to do something dangerous?
If you want to get in there and start mucking with the AIs, you could totally do that as another role.
And that's why
I will wait till I need to do it.
Okay.
That's why the two threat the computer feels that and doesn't trust you.
I'm just getting to know it. We're going to be working together for the gods know how long. I said
It's like-
ironically.
And I got another computer telling me what to do instead of a sentient person. Really? God, my life.
Don't worry, there'll be 30-second warnings when you're in the refreshers taking a shower before that shuts the water off.
Shut
You
up,
have used
Alexa.
up your allotted water time.
Shush. Sorry. I need to change the.
I thought you were referring to the ship, but
No, I gotta change the activation word for the Alexa in the living room apparently, because
She's
every
just a
time I
little too
mention a
fresh.
particular object, it thinks I'm talking to it.
Are you saying ship is your code word?
No,
Oh.
computer is one of the things activation words you can choose, like Star Trek.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I tried whispering and she still heard.
She's like, David, darling, I listen to everything you say. I don't only keep your biometrics for the third-party content creators.
You know what? I have nothing, so I don't give a shit. So.
I can only wonder what stuff pops up on your Amazon and Facebook.
That's what the AIs want you to think.
Oh, everything. I mean, just from having your phone. I mean, yeah, we talk about a item or something, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, hey, wow, how
Obviously,
intriguing.
they're not listening. Hey, I've got one of the best stories on that was we talked about a wedding and renting tuxedos, and then on Facebook, Amazon's ad popped up with tuxedos.
Yeah, no,
It's like,
exactly.
that was listening quite closely.
Yep.
So, is there anyone else that wants to check anything else? I think that's everybody since our priest blessed the ship and then went off
Yeah,
to the meditation chamber.
yeah, and then yeah, like I said, I was just doing an actual security check, not an invasion check. So
Okay. So, go ahead and give me your security check.
making sure everything's functional. The cannon or whatever. I think it's like one set of cannons, right? Is functional.
It's one dual cannon, I think. Let me double check.
Yeah. So
As you
not
totally
just
bring up your ship and realize it's got a turret-mounted twin particle beam cannon.
yeah. So I'm checking all those stuff. So I'm using vigilance
Okay.
as and as well as like I said, make sure everything secures properly and stuff. So, all right, ready?
I
Oh, look at
am
that.
now.
Oh, sure, the pirate doesn't get anything that I get. Hey, damn those gods.
Hey, you wanted to gaze upon you.
That's all right. They didn't gaze upon you. So, all right, ready?
Yep.
All right.
Oh! Okay,
Wow.
that confirms something there. Okay, so what would you like for that advantage, by the way? As the weapons seem fully functional, as you turn the turrets and a couple young priest acolytes go running away from where the gun's pointing,
All the doors are secured, locked, work
you
properly,
cycle
and
through the
everything.
lock system and everything comes back with perfect green check marks. You go
Ah,
over and you boot kick a couple of the doors to make sure they're actually sealed, and you confirm that all of the security features are currently set.
all right.
And you have an
Um.
advantage.
Yeah, I do. Hmm. I guess I'll notice a key environmental factor.
You do notice in a few panels there seems to have been some work done recently on the ship, but that's not too out of sort.
Of course not.
Panels were taken off and reattached. You see
Right.
one
Of
panel like
course.
has a loose screw sticking up just a hint.
Sloppy work. I will make a report later.
But everything buttons down quite nice as you side-eyed
Okay.
the pirate, looking at how to defend, air quotes. And we're talking his
Right.
wings are doing the air quotes, defend.
Right.
Conveniently,
Okay.
there is one two-bedroom dorm, which I'm assuming the priest and paladin are taking, and 4 nice bunks set up.
Cool. But
And
yes,
of
of course we
course,
will take that.
figured the church folks are totally going to take the captain's quarters.
Yep.
Okay, and you totally hear your Urson priest doing his gruntled meditation chants, taking all of the sin on his shoulders to protect everyone on board the ship.
Indeed.
Isn't that nice of him? He's a nice guy.
He
That's
should
what we're there
sin
for.
extra to make it worth his while.
I mean, one should always make sure to take the priests and give them their rightful due.
Hey, the paladins are the shield too. We.
As you guys basically just need to communicate with the tower for an exit vector to fly on out of here. And on the ship's computer system, there's still a blinking icon for the ship's designation. Yes.
We'll have to
And
think on that one.
the first person to type something in on the ship's designation, it permanently marks the ship with that designation.
Oh, God.
Dun,
I'm
dun,
so
dun,
tempted.
dun.
Well, at least Joseph's gone already. It can only
Should
be
be
so
the
bad.
leaf on the wind.
How can that go wrong?
We'll think about that as we get going.
Okay, so does our pilot send the codes to get an exit vector?
Yes, please.
You are totally given a easy peasy exit vector. It doesn't hurt that the church keeps their airspace under complete security with a couple paladins behind some freaking turrets to make sure nobody flies in their no-fly zone. As you take off, give me an easy piloting roll. It's so easy.
So easy. Okay.
As immediately the RD starts flying the plane up and kind of takes a quick turn, and it always has to get a dent in the first few minutes, or you're just not going to have a new plane for long. As you totally take a nice easy takeoff. As I say, air quote, easy, to buy me a few seconds real quick. As you kind of hit like one of the storage sheds that are there. And no problem at all. No problem at all. Just shrapnel spray. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Jesus Christ, how is that a 20? What? Okay, so
Oh my.
one of the engines apparently sucks in some lawn equipment and sprays shrapnel. Jesus Christ.
Why?
As
Wait,
all of a sudden...
I thought I did a pre-flight inspection. I thought it was ship shape.
You did, but then your piloting caused an accident. Because you did not succeed on the pilot check.
You had one job.
Right?
So everybody, as you go through a very quick shakedown, give me a Jesus Christ, and that's a 20 crit. Oof.
That's pretty rough for a 20.
Ooh.
We're gonna re-roll that one. That's just too much in my opinion. There we go. That looks more like what we should get
But
for
did you
coming
clear
out of
the other
port.
one?
Yep, I healed the other one. Or
no,
repaired.
because it gave a previous crit,
previous
1
crit.
times 10.
Well, no,
But
the,
we'll
the
take
first
it.
time it did that too.
No,
Zero
it's
times.
0 times.
It's a total of 7. Do you want me to really re-roll that?
No.
Just
Well,
saying.
we'll
No.
take that one.
Okay, so
But
as you take off, the ship kind of lurches and gets rattled. As you hear animals freaking out inside there, as the ship takes 3 system strain. And each of you guys take 3 strain from the rattling that happens. I'll
Yep.
put the 3 strain on the ship.
Have you ever done this before?
Is there
Somebody
like
needs-
a ship intercom?
There's totally an
system-
intercom to go from room to room.
Oh, is there like can I like is everybody okay? Does anybody need a band-aid?
Does anyone need a therapy bear?
How much strain do we put?
I mean, I can
A
be
3
that.
strain.
3? Okay.
Hug your paladin.
Clearly-
He is a therapy bear.
Clearly, the gods are letting us know that they are keeping an eye on this mission.
This is what you totally call a shakedown. Unfortunately, it's more of a shake, rattle, and roll. As you guys go following the easy course that was provided for you, you go from where the sky goes blue to the sky goes black to you see spaceships flying in the regular traffic lanes, but you have the church's independent lanes, so you're free of real traffic. And you guys get ready for the first big arch of your travel as you see the big stargates. It's the beautiful picture there you see with the pillars that are floating in space over a vortex that they create. And immediately the command and control from the Stargate asks your clearance codes, your ship designation, and where it is that you're going to go. And thankfully, our pilot has only to make a 1 purple dice roll for astrogation, because he was given the location.
Astro.
Do you need help with this?
Shade from the pirate.
Because I can help you if you need it.
I've got astrocartography. Is that astrogation?
Yep,
or?
that's the one.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I've got the same for astrogation as I do for piloting, so
I'm gonna help.
Okay, so that's going to totally give a blue dice as the dragon is draped over your shoulder, double checking your numbers. And you have 5 story points if you want to flip one. I'm just saying. It's almost 11 o'clock.
Oh, what the hell?
There you go. See, now I can't do it and send you on a 3-hour tour. As the priest wakes up and goes, where did we end up? So I have your upgrade in there.
Okay.
Beautiful. As you transfer the coordinates of where you wanted to go, what would you like for those 3 advantage? I mean, the reducing travel time is a great suggestion. You could always use it to recover the 3 strain you have.
Yeah, I could.
And
But I'd
the second
rather.
suggestion is really good too. Those are both really good suggestions.
I would rather reduce the travel time because, first off, this is, well, it's instantaneous travel, isn't it?
It's close to instantaneous.
Okay.
It will totally give you guys time to do a cool check to recover strain before you get there.
Having a good a place to get if there's a supply depot nearby, that could be handy as well for in case we need to, conduct any kind of business at some point.
Yeah, thankfully you're not like going to the outer rim of the space yet. You're making hop, skip, and jump. So yeah, there is basically a known spaceport of where you're going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought we were going way out to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, thankfully it's not a 1 jump. It's going to be like 3 jumps to get there. Right now, you're going to get some super secret information that your priest needs to get in order to find one of the locations you're going to. Because his tablet totally promises to unfold more information if you go to a certain place. And he's hoping to get the location of that certain place. Don't you love traveling into the unknown with unknown directions that totally somebody says will give you the download when you get there? Let's hope the place has Wi-Fi.
But we have faith.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I will use I will.
Okay, reduce travel time.
I'm trying to save place, so yeah, reduce the travel time, and or I identify a stopover just to show that I am competent. I know what I'm doing, and you can trust me as a pilot. You don't have to lean over my shoulder and double check the soulless computer.
I thought.
You were,
I
but
mean-
you don't have to, because clearly I know what I'm doing.
I mean, you can totally point out the blue dice came up with blank, so he helped in both.
Exactly.
Backseat winged driver.
It's okay. It's the thought that counts.
So you guys, you get a priority 1 clearance. You don't have to sit in the queue and wait to get into the portal. You're given the church's green light to speed in there, and you guys feel as you go through the portal, your body stretches, and you feel like your cosmic being snaps like a rubber band as it goes through the portal. As you pop out, almost instantaneous, closer to your designation than you would have. Actually, somebody's really good directions improved on the static exit location. As you pop out a little closer to your target as you needed. Does anyone want to do anything during that travel, like roll a cool roll to get strain back?
Cool.
I'll
let's
do a
do
cool roll.
that.
Yeah.
So don't roll yet. Let me clear the pool so you don't get any shenanigans.
We can do cool or discipline, right?
Cool or discipline, yep. And any successes get you back strain. Advantages don't get you nothing.
All right. Successes, right?
Successes, yep.
Yep.
So like
I
David, you got 2, so that's 2 you
Yep.
get back. Unfortunately, model TA3681, you didn't get any successes, so no
Nope.
strain back. So is there anything while you guys are in your near instantaneous flight that you're doing? One more chance to do stuff on the ship, basically.
I'm just, doing stuff with my, what's it called? I'm just being happy in my med bay.
Okay, you're happy in the med bay and you know it?
Yes.
What is the VC
And-
purifier?
The Lithic Church Purifier.
Okay.
BC, as in instead of USS.
Oh, for the ship's name.
Oh, for the ship designation.
I was
Right.
like, you're checking the VC purifier? What are we...
No. Lithic Church.
That's a good name.
Right,
So you're saying you're purifying the Lithic Church?
It does need it.
Purifier. We purify people of their sins.
Eventually he wants to get a cool flaming sword on the side of the ship.
On the side of the ship. I mean, I figure BC, most, you have USS, for American, US ship designations. Figure VC would work, right?
Yep.
Lithic Church Purifier.
Okay. And as the ship comes out, you get the little warning klaxon to let you know. Okay.
I thought,
you can
we can spend story points for things. Sometimes, we just happen to find on the ship a shield for a story point.
Yes. For a story point, I will say during the rattling of the ship, one of the overhead storage containers pops open and a shield comes clattering down.
Nice. All right.
And
you're welcome.
And on that shield, when you pick it up and you give it the look, it's emblazoned with the church symbol, which totally looks like that picture up there to the left with the colored orbs that represent the different gods.
Yeah, the shield and the orbs, yep.
Totally something carved into the metal of the shield. Do me a favor. Give me a hard lore check or church if you got something like lore knowledge for the church.
See, I got Starcana and Divine.
Yeah, it's totally not going to be either one of those. It's
Science, Society,
it's
or the net.
mundane knowledge, but just church knowledge.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I suppose I have the 3 green for it. So,
Yeah, you have that at least. Okay, so go ahead and give that a shot. Let's see
all right. Well,
if
I'm
you
gonna.
see the symbol carved into the back side. It's very small. It's about the size of a quarter. It's a
All
little
right.
little symbol of some kind on this brand new shield.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll society, but I'll add it later. So, but
Okay.
and you already rolled a story point. Darn it. All right. Boom,
Did
boom,
I?
boom. Here,
Did I do that? I did do that.
you did do that. All right. Here we go. Ha!
Oh shit.
Ha ha!
So when you look on that shield, and it looks old. I mean, it's totally 100% serviceable, but the shield looks old.
Okay. Yeah, belonged to
And
another paladin.
on the shield is the symbol that you recognize after you squint your eyes for the Order of Celestial Inquisition.
Oh, nice.
And as a paladin, you might have had access to knowledge of this, which in this case you apparently did, because the dice said so. And these guys were one of those Templar Knight orders that were known for basically committing atrocities
Oh shit.
in the name of protecting the greater good. These guys were the types that were even more so than the church is known for doing, of scourging a planet. Because, if there's one sinner on it, it's better to scourge the planet than to let one sinner survive.
Well,
You know?
exactly.
And the symbol that's carved on the shield looks like it was carved very recently from the way you looked at it for that advantage.
Wow, really?
As you're just like,
Fine.
but I thought this was an ancient order that was excommunicado from the church.
Yeah. Well, shit happens.
Shit does in fact happen.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And
I'll have to talk to my priest at some point.
As you guys come out of the gate into real time, you feel that shunt of energy and acceleration and deceleration. And you totally see 2 space stations up ahead and a beautiful green-blue planet. As you guys know that you're going to be heading down to one of the church archives down on this planet to see about getting more information. Just as you feel you guys come out of the Stargate, there's, systems lights are blinking and things are happening. And then just a second before you fully decelerate, a slew of warning lights go red.
I wonder what caused that.
And as our pilot looks at the panel, it's all warnings coming from the engine area. And the second you notice those warning signs, all of a sudden there's a how best to phrase the word explosion from the engine room?
Oh, and there's our shrapnel spray again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Talk about persistent. And in classic Star Trek style, there's an explosion where panels spark and explode in every department. And everybody give me a resilience or vigilance check. And the thing that really pisses off our paladin is that one panel with the loose screw is totally one of the panels that explodes.
Oh, of course it does. The pirate got on here before us.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Wait. Your dice pool is not correct.
Nope.
You shouldn't be having that red that you're rolling against. 3 purples aren't enough. Go ahead and re-roll that, you guys. Ignore those rolls.
Okay.
You were supposed
Sure.
to be... Okay, Talia, on your character sheet, look at the top of it. Where those dice symbols are any of those the number 1? They should all be zeros.
They're all zeros.
They're all zeros?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind, because I'm putting the difficulty dice on your ship's dice pool and not the GM's dice pool. Let me try that again.
Uh.
Boom. There we go. Now everyone can roll against that pool. And remember, you still have 4 story points.
Oh no.
Oh, there it is. All right, ready?
Yep.
Boom.
You stubborn curses. None of you want to use story points to upgrade your
I don't need it.
survivability.
I don't need
Oh
it.
man.
I'm resilient. I'm a
If you
bear.
get
Talia, you
stu-
can totally click a story point before you make your roll.
I already made my roll.
she already got the critical or whatever it is.
No, those were
It
bad
just-
rolls because they had the upgraded red
Mm.
dice.
Yeah,
No,
just a
she.
hint.
Oh, never mind. I
when
did not
you-
see that
if-
reroll there.
If you're looking to start to try to do something and you want to try to roll, take and use a story point, it's good to, while you're like starting to explain what you're wanting to do, you kind of creep up real quick and click it before Jim does. Or if you hear Jim kind of delaying as he's talking, it's probably a good idea that you might want to click.
Yeah,
the story.
if I
Like that.
pause, usually I pause and I'll give you the chance to do it, letting you know that I will be
Yeah.
doing it, and I just don't want to be a total jerk about it.
Yeah.
And I've got your
'Cause you
upgrade
can-
in there.
You can use the
Yeah,
story
'cause,
point for yourself, or to say cause a red dice against somebody trying to attack you or do something. So just some pointers.
Yep. So first we'll go with Talia on your roll. For Curie, you've got 1 success but 3 threats. So you're going to be suffering 1 wound and a critical injury. So on your character, you want to click critical.
Okay,
The big
so
scary red button I was telling you about.
okay,
Ooh.
so that is
Who knew she'd be playing doctor because of flying? Not combat.
okay.
Okay, so you're just not bad at all. You're just distracted. You bumped your head into something, so that's not bad.
Okay, so I did that, and you said I have to. I have 1 wound.
And you
correct?
take 1 wound. Yep. You
Okay.
basically, when the explosion happened, a panel exploded. You managed to duck it, but you hit your head on the operating table, and you have a little mouse of 1 wound and a slight distraction. So that's
Ow.
This is a one-time crit. Like it happens the next round. You couldn't have, if we were in turn base, you wouldn't have been able to do a maneuver. But now all it does is add a +10 to
the next crit if you suffer 1.
Crit until it's healed. Some are
And-
persistent until the end of the scene, basically.
And
So.
go ahead, and next will be TA3681, who gets hit with 2 points of damage as the control panel explodes in your face, shooting soldering little sparks and 2 strain.
Okay.
As the airbag blew up in his face.
And again, this wasn't flying. This was faulty engines.
This was not you at all. As soon as the ship came out of the gate triggered something that exploded.
Are you trying to blame the church?
As our paladin basically holds the shield that he just found up, and it takes the blunt of the damage because he's tough like that.
Yeah.
And then comes our dragon, who takes 2 wounds but has 3 advantages. Would you like something cool to know about those 3 advantages, or do you have something you'd like to use them?
It says 1 wound plus 1 additional wound per threat.
Well, I'm giving it to you for the failure. See, it's 1 additional wound per threat on the failure.
Okay.
Would you like something cool for your 3 advantages?
Could I be able to identify the like, do we
That's
know what
kinda
the
what I'm
cause of the
thinking of.
explosion was?
I'm thinking that's exactly what I'll tell you if you'd like for this
That's
to
what
begin.
I want to know what the
Oh,
cause of the explosion was.
wait. He was by the panel that exploded and identified what it was?
So for our very resilient, vigilant dragon here, the timing of the explosion of right coming out of the gates, with your racial piratey background as a species in general, you totally know that someone placed a device in the engineering section that was meant to destroy or sabotage the ship upon coming out of faster than light travel. You are 100% certain that was why the exact timing of the explosion. That as soon as you decelerated after faster than light, and the bomb going off in that split second timing before your stomach finished churning from the deceleration, there is no doubt in your reptilian brain that someone put a device on the ship to cause this.
Well, I will be sure to share that with everybody. And
like,
Mr.
click the
Suspicious Bear,
intercom to let everybody hear it at
why
once.
would I want to blow myself up, you doofus?
Because your people are weird and you would sacrifice yourself. Jihad.
My people are not the cultists.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Casting suspicion to take it away from yourself, I see. Right.
Ooh.
Anyway, yeah, some jerk planted that thing on the ship. Any ideas?
I mean, is anybody going to go back to the engineering section to check the ship? Seems
Well,
to
I'm
have
gonna
a
see what's
little
going. I
more
mean, if there
damage.
was an explosion, I'm gonna go look and see what the hell it was. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Me too.
Okay, as the pilot totally puts the ship in standby mode as it's kind of lurching, but it's still functional. You know, thankfully, whatever happened did not blow up as severely as was intended. So that's probably a good thing. As who's going to be the one that's going to do the investigation in the engineering area?
What would that
Or do you
entail?
want that would be a vigilance for investigating it. Or
Well,
you could use mechanics.
I've
I have
got
a
blue
one.
and
Or
2 green in mechanics.
I have 1 yellow, 2 green, and a blue in vigilance.
Oh,
And I'm helping. Whoever's doing the investigation, I'm helping.
sounds
so
like vigilance is.
Is that
the
the winner
better
then?
bet. Yep.
Yeah.
Look,
All
you may
right.
not like me or trust me, but I want to know who tried to blow me up just as
I've
much
got
as
that
you do.
blue dice in there.
You can
It
earn
was
my
the
trust
church.
and respect. I'm sure that's what'll happen over time.
Okay.
All right. So let me let's see.
I mean, you got 3 story points.
No, I know. I'm just looking at my skills real quick, but I'm thinking interesting. It doesn't specify. So it was saying pack hunter. I'm assuming it's combat. It just says blue when another party member is engaged, but I'm assuming
Hey,
that's
it
for
just
combat,
means
not
you're well, we can totally use that for you're looking for something.
because it's
So,
just saying engaged.
yeah, well, he's helping you investigate, so it's close enough.
Okay, so there would be a blue for
I'll
that
give you there.
on top of my blue for vigilance and perception. So that'll
Do
be
you need
2
me to add an
blue.
extra blue?
So 2 blue.
So 2 blue
That's
on
why I
top
was
of
looking.
his aiding, or 2 blue with his aiding?
Well, 2 blue is I get a blue because of one of my traits. So I
Okay.
get keen sense, which is
Ooh,
blue
that's
to
a good one.
perception and vigilance, and then I get pack hunter, blue when another party member is engaged,
Okay,
and
so if
then
he's aiding,
and
that's a
then
total of 3.
yeah,
Okay, so I got
we're
3 blue in there. Look at
so
all that blue. It's blue for days.
we're gonna figure this shit out. All
I
right,
mean,
ready?
blue for days makes me want to do that.
Yeah, I figured you were going to want to do that after all that.
Okay, the
Why are you so
pool is
mean, Jim?
ready.
Why are you so mean to us?
I like pulling the
Wait.
wings of small insects.
Why?
Is that what we are to you?
No,
Right?
that's what the food in the cargo hole is.
All right, ready to
Sadly, you've got like a crate of dead animals now from the explosions.
I
I'll
was going
make
to
a
say,
stew.
do they all
I'll-
get rolls?
go? God.
I'll make a stew.
Good thing that crate of crickets, though, for the lizard is all good. So,
And the honey just spilled. It didn't get hurt.
oh God, no!
The best
Not the
part is the
honey.
honey spilled and the crickets landed in the honey, so they're immediately
Ah,
amberized.
no.
Now we're
Candied
all happy.
crickets
Now
Now
it's
we
high
got-
protein honey.
All right, are
with
you ready?
citrus.
Yep.
Boom!
What the what?
Gotta be kidding me.
Ah,
Your
So
gods. Oh my
you are
goodness.
attempting to investigate it. And you just look and see, obviously, there is some device that does not look like the others, but it's in destroyed fragments. And something went off in the engine room. You can't quite place what it is. With your investigative skills as they are, obviously, you have no EOD experience. So you don't really place the nature of what it
it's
was, but something blew up in your engine room that was not part of the engine is what you get the takeaway of.
damn you, Uendo, denying us our knowledge.
The gods work in mysterious ways.
He's the
Gods
god
are
of
assholes.
he's the god of lies and withholding truth and stuff. So,
And I will
who
totally say for that
our priest has been
despair,
praying to?
the evidence that I have had there disintegrated in the explosion.
Of course.
But
So
you have
notice
5
key.
advantage.
Yeah, well, we'll use some of the advantage for noticing key environmental factors of some kind, like shit that we might need to deal with.
You totally notice that one of the panels where this device must have been, the screws were not screwed down all the way and had like marks of tools sloppily opening and unscrewing the panels. So like that panel you saw earlier, same
Right.
kind of deal that I will totally give you if you want to spend all 5 of those for your investigation. You're sure that someone attempted to sabotage your ship before it took off.
Any secondary devices?
Well, I was going to say, so there's foul play afoot on our mission. Somebody is attempting to thwart our efforts, and I noticed another panel, at least one other panel, that looked similar to this. So we do need to check that panel and look for any others that may have had sloppily replaced screws and panels.
And it does dawn on you that the panel where that shield emblazoned with the Order of Celestial Inquisition, similar marks were on the panel when that fell out.
Oh, nice. Okay. So now I know who's against us. All right. But I keep that to myself because that is not for others to burden themselves with.
I mean, that is church dirty laundry after all, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
So
most of the paladins fought against that order because they were just a little too extreme.
right. So yes, I totally keep that to myself, and we'll discuss that with my priest. But
as he somehow meditated through all of this.
and
made it through unscathed thanks to his battle meditation with a force field.
Well, see, but his ship brought the eyes of Uendo, so
yeah,
the gaze of Uendo upon us,
and the ship is now coursing with dirty little secrets.
So yes, we will check the other panels that are loose to make sure there's no other devices.
Excellent. See, now you know what that despair earlier on was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, guys.
I mean, it was
I'm just
totally going to
glad.
be a thing that you could have found if you succeeded, but no, you didn't make a
Sure.
success on that one check.
And of course, now I got another despair. See
I'm
what
So
happens when
now,
you take all the eyes of the gods upon you?
Why?
for that
Why?
other
So you don't.
despair, we will totally say don't worry about what that other despair is,
Oh, of course.
as somewhere in the engineering room is a blinking light that the crew does not know about. And as you guys go through, and you're gonna, like, at this point, vigilantly open shit up,
Yes.
look through things,
Yes.
check on the poor crate of hamsters that barely survived. It's okay,
Yes.
because some of the space hamsters are eating the dead space hamsters. Circle of life, baby.
It's the circle of life.
So the check's gonna be an average check with a black dice, thanks to the damage the ship's taken and the. But I am gonna give you a blue because you guys, somebody's fucked with your ship. Basically, this is no joke. Someone has tampered with it. You have complete evidence. You don't know what it was, but you know somebody fucked with your ship.
Is this
And
going to be another vigilance roll?
so I'll let each of you guys tell me what sections of the ship you check out. Like the doctor, are you going to check out the med bay again just in case?
Yes. Yes.
Find the
Is
poisons that were put in there instead of saline or some other shit.
I noticed my store of poisons were connected to the water system. So go ahead
Alright.
and roll your medicine roll as you start fine tooth pulling panels off and checking things, not taking anything for granted as you originally
Okay.
did.
All
And
right.
some rolls that weren't great before are now coming back to worry you. Oh, look. Wait, Talia.
Oh,
You don't click, then click. You gotta. Oh, no, that was David that clicked. So,
I clicked it.
Talia, do you want to roll again with an upgrade or take what you got? It's totally up to you.
Okay, give me a second. My
Upgrade would give you 2 yellow and a 2 green plus blue.
Uh huh.
Since you
okay.
succeeded.
I'd like to do an upgrade. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can totally re-roll and get an upgrade.
All right, how do I do that?
So just hit the button again. I put the upgrade in there
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
David was really quick to make sure you got that upgrade. I like it. Teamwork.
Okay.
And I'll give you the better of the two rolls. How about that?
Okay.
Can't beat that deal. All right, better roll. As you do find that one of the devices in the med bay were actually behind this panel, you find the telltale loose screw and you unscrew it, and you realize there was a device set to inject medication into the water system in the med bay.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
could have
take that out.
poisoned somebody as you totally pull the device out and you clunk it on the briefing room / dinner table. As you found the sabotaged MacGuffin.
I basically, like a cat bringing a dead mouse.
And who's
Comes in
checking the
kind of
next
purring and
section of the
drops
ship?
it on the ground.
Well,
I
I
found
figure
this.
I'll check kind of the zones that I was checking earlier as well. The various choke point, entry points, stuff like that. I'll be checking
Okay.
that area again. Since I'm already pretty familiar with it, I'll check it again.
Okay. I'll even give you a blue dice just because. As he starts looking at the door and putting in the passcodes to see what unlocks the door.
And what am I using again? Is this perception?
You can be
Because that's what I used
perception
the
or
first time.
vigilance. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Perception or
Perception.
vigilance, right?
Boom.
As
Okay.
everything's fine, but on the plus side, you do have a big damn triumph.
Yeah.
Would you
And
like to give
advantage.
yourself secret access to the airlocks just in case?
Secret access to the airlocks.
Yeah, the ability to get on and off the ship without anyone knowing.
How about in? How about could I use that triumph to clear like another area of the ship?
Okay, you totally go through and you find another panel and open up and you see an unexploded device. It totally has a little radio antenna, so you think it's something that someone could set off if they get close to the ship. And you totally find and pull that thing out without, worrying about it exploding or anything, and throw that on the table as well, as this table is getting a collection of devices.
Yay. I'm going to check, I guess, the cargo hold in the vehicle.
Ooh, the vehicle. Okay, I like
Make
that
sure the
one.
vehicle's not a bomb.
Good option there. Go ahead and roll when ready.
All right. Boom.
Boom! You have completely cleared the vehicle of any explosives, but you do notice that one of the animals that's off in its own little cage, it keeps going like it has something wrong with it, and it doesn't seem to have attained any damage whatsoever.
So it looks sick.
It looks like it might be coming down with something.
A virus. Great.
Do you take it to the dock?
No. Schnick and slash.
Ooh, and you put it down and isolate it from the others?
Yep.
Okay, as you flame blade this little guinea pig looking thing. Guinea pig, treble, what's the difference?
Yep.
Okay, so that's safe. What is our pilot gonna check?
I would like to recheck the computer systems to make sure they haven't been sabotaged with.
Okay, as the computers have all these red warning lights coming up, and you're saying, guys, shh, I'm checking things here. Virtually pushing them aside to check things out. And, oh, you did use a story point. Very good. Okay, you got that point in there. Go ahead and roll when you're
Okay.
ready.
That's computers?
Yep. Everything looks A-okay.
Of course it does. I
Computers
hate
say
this ship.
everything is fine, or it's probably all the goddamn warning lights coming up interfering with you trying to do it. They're like goddamn pop-ups from the 90s. Yes, yes, I know these compartments are damaged. Yes, yes. Swipe, 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 swipe. Close one window and 3 more windows pop up.
All right, so we found some more devices and disarmed them. Is there any way of identifying the devices, like where they might have come from? Or
Okay. So once you guys think everything is safe and copacetic, the ship's out there, and the local command and control contacted you guys saying, "Is everything okay? Your ship sent out a distress beacon when you came out of travel. Are you guys okay?"
Who's calling?
Command and control, basically air flight control.
Okay, not the church.
Yeah, not the church yet.
Okay. No, all's well. There was some minor issues, things not secured. We're fine. Thank you.
everything's fine here. Thank you. How are you?
Just let us know if you need a tow or to port or anything along those lines. Have a great day.
Definitely, thank you.
In the church we trust.
Mm.
As you guys get around the conference table / dinner table, and you see the devices on there and the pieces of the recovered device. And I think somebody had a really good question they threw out there that a mechanics person might be able to help.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Basically,
What was it?
the question is like, what sort of devices are these? Who might have put them together? What sort of, what are they actually? I mean, obviously they're,
Okay.
explosives of some kind, but like, who would
Yeah.
use these types of, like, who would make or use these types of explosives?
Obviously, somebody doesn't want whatever to be found and unify the galaxy from this relic.
Is that a mechanics roll then?
Yep, that's a
Who's
mechanics roll to look at the devices and see what information you can
Okay.
provide.
and who made them?
Can the pirate help me with his?
I definitely want to help.
So you're going to give him a blue? The power of teamwork. And you do have one story
Okay.
point left. I mean,
I'm
if you're gonna
afraid
be
to use it though.
if you're gonna be silent, I'll say you now have 2 story points left.
Crap.
See
Okay,
how that
fine.
works? Okay,
Sweet.
so immediately
Look at me helping.
Yes.
with that big damn help there. So you succeed. I'm totally gonna info dump on you, but first, what do you want for those 2 advantage? I mean, you do want to wait until I tell you what you know before you cash in those 2?
Yeah, because I have something specific that I'm curious about, but you may dump it on us anyway. So
Okay. So with your success, as you kind of disassemble and deactivate these, mainly take the remote detonator's antenna off immediately, make sure it doesn't go off. And you notice that both of these items were rigged together. And from what you've seen at the church, these could have easily been rigged with someone of sufficient talent. Probably more talent than TA has. Someone who specializes in sabotaging devices.
Which would not be anybody in the church.
Yeah, not be anybody in the church. Perish the thought of the church sending people off on a mission that's not meant to succeed. Be a damn shame if that tablet was destroyed in space and lost forever.
Mm-hmm. Which would not be doctrine of the church. So obviously, some other element or
Heaven forbid beings be
who
left to their own fate and not
who
controlled by
dislikes
prophecy.
some other element that dislikes the church could have caused this.
And what would you like for the 2 advantage? I mean, I've got a suggestion, but I want to know what you want.
I want to know if we can ascertain the builder, the builder of it. Like,
And if there's any possibility of somehow blocking that, I will do that.
On on each of the devices, there is some kind of logo on it that you guys don't quite recognize. And by you guys, I say everybody but the bear standing there don't recognize.
Which I let
It
nothing
seems to
on
be like hastily scratched into it.
okay, well, I'm gonna check that I see that it shows up on both of them. I will make a mental note, memorize it, and then also keep my eyes open in case I see it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the image to my hard drive.
That symbol equals douchebag.
So yeah, so if next time I see that, I know that it's related.
The fact that you now assume 3 devices, thankfully it seems like everything else is clear now. 3 different ways of killing people on this ship were found on the ship.
Well, we can assume 4 because 1 got destroyed, but
Well, that's where the 3 is coming from, because you found 1 poisoning the water and 1 was a bomb, a secondary bomb.
Well, and then the gopher or whatever that I destroyed, but they obviously didn't engrave that, so.
The gopher totally has a tattoo on him. Rah, jihad! He explodes
And
into
I will
space surface
advise
after
the
20
doctor of
days.
the diseased animal that was found and separate from the other animals
Does the
that
doctor want to
it
do
has been
a
dispatched.
autopsy
Should I
on it
do
and
should
separate it?
should I do an autopsy?
You definitely should do an autopsy. It's too suspicious.
I'm totally down to do an autopsy.
Woohoo! She gets to use that first free upgrade in her medical lab. I like it.
Of the singed remains.
You take this horrible remains of this small animal that ate a fire sword.
Yeah.
Totally gonna give you a black just because he did not do it neatly.
Oh no. Yeah, no.
Really?
But that's what scientific
no,
scanning
I'm gonna
devices
look.
are for.
I'm gonna look at him. It's like, really?
And you
All
get
right,
a blue
what do
for
I
using
roll?
your med bay, so it'd be a medicine check. You've got
I'm
one upgrade.
upgrading
Ooh,
your
a
roll.
second
Oh,
upgrade.
there we go.
And then a blue for the equipment. Against 3 purple and a black.
Okay.
And
The odds are in your favor. You
Nice.
totally come back with this small furry animal was given a genetically designed virulent disease along the lines of a flu, except it does give, according to the disease, if you fail consecutively, like 3 failed resilience checks,
Yeah.
fur mammalian species would die.
Holy
Hmm.
Jesus.
Which concerns you because you are a furry cat with mammalian glands, and your 2 bear friends also fit that.
So you're telling me that reptiles would be fine?
Reptiles would probably survive it.
Okay.
And robots.
And
So-
robots
so
would
the-
go, "Why are you dying, my furry friends?"
Yeah, so obviously we were the main targets, but unfortunately you kind of fit that role as well, so.
Or maybe she was the target. What do you really know about your doctor?
True. Well, again, these are internal musings. Sorry.
Well, so I basically explained, well, this creature was infected by some sort of disease that is supposed to affect those of a furry mammalian persuasion.
And you know, without a shadow of a doubt, this is a engineered disease. This isn't something that happens naturally.
So it's Fervid 19.
God damn it.
Where'd you find the animal?
And as a doctor, when you analyzed the poison in the water system, you did conjecture that if this disease affected people who were being poisoned by the water, you would then have a reduced resistance to the disease.
So
So
you'd
the
have less of
disease
a
would have
chance
hit
to live.
you. It would have dropped your resilience down each time you failed the check.
Ugh.
So if the
So
two worked in conjunction, you would find a dead ship full of people who died of a disease.
Yeah. So then we would have needed for Lovid to protect against it if you got sick.
Oh my god.
So
Instead of the Paxlovid.
whoever wanted to do this was like covering every single possible angle they could.
Oh yeah.
And thankfully, the device in the engine room was not worse than it was. I mean, think about it. The ship didn't take any damage from that explosion. It just blew out safety capacitors all through the ship, causing panels to explode instead of the engines to, like warp you guys out of reality.
Yeah. TA, can you do a system scan of the area? Make sure there's no other unusual ships in the area.
Yes.
Just in case said suspects might be in the area hoping to do something.
Oh wait, they were. It was a radio control detonator. Can we track the frequency or something?
Right, there you
I
go.
can give you the frequency, but it's only if somebody sends the signal would you ping, anything on that. That's an interesting thing if you want to keep one little subsystem AI watching for anyone that sends a signal on that frequency.
Yeah,
And
we
then
can set
trace
that,
it.
but
I
I
can do
also
that.
want to check other ships in the area. I'm assuming the ship that flagged us was definitely coded as a, whatever the
Yeah, it
patrol
was the
systems
local
and stuff.
station that's in control of traffic control.
Okay, so yeah, we're looking
So
for other ships in the area.
give me a computers as you scan everybody.
Okay. Anybody want to help? Nope. Okay.
They're
I
afraid
mean,
of
I'm no
another
good at
panel.
it.
They're afraid of a panel exploding.
I guess I got 3 intelligence. I
Oh.
mean, I could give you a blue.
Okay.
As our paranoid paladin is making sure to view the results.
And I just want to poke around and see if I find this symbol anywhere else in the ship. Not independently of the devices. See if I see the symbol anywhere.
Nothing seems to really pin out on the scanning. If you just see a bunch of commercial, bunch of passengers, but you do have 4 advantage.
Yoda,
Hmm.
let's go outside.
How would you like to spend those on your computer check?
Can
I mean,
we?
if
Yoda.
you want to cash in
Yoda.
3, there's something I can definitely give you that you missed on a previous check. How about that?
Sure,
You
I'll take
bait that
that.
hook?
Yeah. That's better than.
Immediately, you notice when you do the system scan that
Mhm.
your ship, and that's probably what distracted you, is you saw a signal come from your ship of it immediately pinged and gave your location on a communications frequency. On a common
Oh.
commercially used frequency, it pinged your ship's exact location.
Uh, we've got somebody. Our ship's advertising its presence to everybody.
Your ship is low jacked. Basically, somebody put an Apple whatchamacallit thingy on your ship.
An Apple tag.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the one. I was going to call it
Yank.
Applejack.
Yep. Applejack.
That,
That's a cereal.
that is cereal.
Yeah. Yank that shit out.
And thanks to your system scan, it's clearly coming from the engineering room. You totally missed it earlier. And with a few quick steps of you going back to engineering, you can pull off the communications panel, and there's the little bugger blinking just on time for the signal that you've seen, and you can rip it out and throw it on the table as well.
Yes, please. Rip it, throw it, more evidence.
But nothing sus out there in
And,
space.
but the good news is there's no suspicious traffic, nothing out of the usual for this sector at this time of day and month, or whatever star time we use. But I do want to set up the AI to be scanning for that radio signal to come in. I
Okay.
want it to ping
So if anyone was to
everybody.
hypothetically fly up near you and hit the button, you will totally get a signal to let you know that.
Yeah.
And so we've been searching for devices and things gone amiss, like with the ship itself. I'm taking a little bit of a different tack. I'm going to look and see if I see the symbol on anything else, any of the products we have, any of the manufactured goods that we have, any, you know what I mean? Like just kind of look around all over the ship and just see if I see the symbol recurring anywhere other than on the devices.
Okay, so
Right.
quick question. Oh, go ahead.
With that, at some point when I'm alone, I am muddying the symbol on the shield,
Okay, do me a favor.
obscuring it.
Give me a either deception or you convince me what like mechanics, if you get some ranks in that. Mechanics check for scribbing up the symbol so it's unrecognizable.
Well, if nothing else, a piece of tape over it. But
now we see how good the tape is.
let me look at my options here real quick. Probably at this point for something quick, down, and dirty.
And before you roll, are you keeping the shield with you after that? Is it on your person, or are you stashing it somewhere?
No, I'm keeping it.
Okay.
Can I do? Here's a tricky thought. I don't know what that would fall under, but would I be able to potentially use divine to
Ooh, yes, you could totally
magically
use your magic
obscure
on
it?
that. I will give you a blue and let you roll that skill instead. As you
Okay.
do your magic-iness on that. That's
Yep.
that's good.
Magically obscure it.
Yep. Go for it when you're ready.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
As you totally think you've magically flamed this heretic organization's logo off, and it's really just emblazoned it deeper into the metal. What would you like for this advantage?
Well, Damn, that sucked.
Against one dice. All you dice had one job.
I'll take 3 strain back because I feel confident now. It's all hidden.
It's all hidden.
And now that it's all hidden, I'll give a blue to the next person to do something.
I will
I'm
let
all
you.
confident.
I will let you give a blue to help conceal it, which would basically be black against someone looking for it.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. The scorch marks give you at least a setback dice to decipher what's there. Okay. So there's a chance that while you're carrying it and you're feeling nervous about carrying it, and what is your stealth or deception or disguise?
Mine? Okay.
Yeah, yours.
Oh, for him to roll against.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be against what his ship to. So my skullduggery or stealth?
I'll take
deception.
one of those. Yeah.
It's all too green.
Okay, so as you're eyeballing everything with predatorial lizard instincts here, we're talking flying dragons that eat small mammals on a regular basis from miles in the air. You are going absolutely paranoid looking for this logo. Go ahead and it's a tiny,
and there's a
tiny
red
symbol.
Oh, making it harder for me to find anything.
Yep.
Who's muddying the waters now?
Go ahead and give
church.
me a vigilance check.
Perception, okay?
No, I'm looking for vigilance because you said you're checking the ship.
Well, yeah, I'm looking basically to see if anything on the ship has the logo on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but since it's on his person, I want vigilance because you wouldn't think somebody who just got blown up tried to blow up the ship.
Well, he's checking the whole ship, so yeah. But either one, yeah.
Sure.
Your
I'll give you perception.
Instinctual vigilance mode, looking for danger versus just taking the time to look.
Yeah, that's more what I was trying to find. Is just products or equipment
but your scales are like the hackles on the back of the neck. Your scales are kind of lifted, so you're more on a vigilant alert than the time to focus on perception.
And thankfully, you're pretty sure you have not found it anywhere else on the ship. and you take another 2 strain from exhaustion. Because you picked over every loose screw head you could find, and you're pretty sure that all is clear.
That was a good upgrade. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Got to protect the church doctrine and perception. But don't worry, we'll take care of it internally.
What paranoia would we have created having, you realize the paladin has the logo on his new shiny shield?
I just found though.
Sure.
So it wasn't mine.
So as you guys pretty much are getting ready to land on the planet, the command and control will totally give you clearance and directions on your heads-up display on your monitor there of how to get there, and totally recommend a ship shop if you need some repairs with that rough entry you guys had. I mean, you guys said everything's fine, but they kind of saw your ship kind of tumble when it came out there and kind of have a spasm.
Do you have a droid shop?
Hey, I heard that.
Most ship shops should be able to do it, but yeah, there's a few droid, arty shops down on the planet.
I mean, just to make sure everything's, programming's okay.
Ooh.
Kidding. Internal thought.
Harsh.
Sorry.
It's fine. I can't quit.
He's not programmed to quit. He doesn't have that subroutine.
All internal thoughts.
The bear stares at you and his ears frumple as he's making internal monologue.
I had my hand on my head when I said it.
Had your arms crossed over your chest.
The LARP reference.
It was all out of character.
So as you guys are flying towards the planet, your priest comes out of his meditation asking what all the hubbub was, seeing panels loosely flapping open, seeing arc burns on many, many things of what was once a pristine ship only hours ago.
Oh, shit.
A dead, burnt furball in the med lab in isolation.
Massive, just wires and stuff from what I found attached to the water system.
Each of you guys have a few hairs out of place.
I was going to say everybody's all disheveled looking.
As he totally comes up and asks what happens as you're coming in for a landing, and you totally holler for him to strap in because you never know what a landing could be like. Yeah, just look at the takeoff. Shit. As you totally have clearance to land on the planet, that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Yeah, I already gave him a heads up. We're going to talk tomorrow. So I can give him updates. So, apparently he had a friend fly in and who got in late and stuff.
As long as he's okay, because with the abrupt drop, you never know.
Yeah. No, friend showed up, so he had to bail.
Good bail is okay. Bad bail, worrisome.
Yeah.
So exactly. Many earlier skill checks that just did not find what was there.
Jesus.
Those rolls were beautiful.
Or some of the field techs were involved.
we weren't making really good rolls today.
Or someone is really determined for you not to find what you're looking for.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't talking to you when I said who me.
Okay, I was assuming it sounded like you looked away from the microphone when you said it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, the paladin didn't want us figuring it out.
Well, I mean,
it's all a plot.
As a trader, you don't need to know the details of exactly who that symbol relates to.
I mean, there is on the plus side that the virus would have had no effect on you. That's a perk.
Which is suspect alone, but...
Muddy the waters.
But I had not tried to point the symbol to you. So I could, but I didn't.
I do not have a betrayal chip in my system.
Does he have the marking on him?
Let me check your access panel, sir.
That's right.
Hey, that's private.
Oh, look, I found he's got a switch. It's good or evil. You just flip the switch. His eyes go red. He tries to murder everybody. Good to know in case we need the switch.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
What time? Oh, it's midnight. I better
Yep.
get going, guys.
Okay, so that is a
Whoa,
good
whoa.
place to wrap it up. And if you saw in the feed there, I posted you guys got 20 experience points.
Yay. Wow.
I was so
Spectacular.
terrified rolling straight on crits, especially after the first crit of seeing what came up, because I was like, oh god, please don't let them die in space.
It would have been a quick one.
You're welcome all for the
You
two
all
despairs,
died, and then you wake up at the cloning bank.
right?
No.
You're all
No!
welcome. You're all welcome for the two despairs.
And
Think
for
I'm a
upgrading
clone
my
now.
difficulty too. All right, guys. Good night.
All
Good
right,
night.
have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
See you
Night
in
all. Good
2
job.
weeks.
Guess what I'm doing right now?
Are you doing more
What?
artwork?
I'm messing. I am finishing the final things on the Kickstarter for the sticker sheets,
Oh, nice.
and we're gonna have pins,
Ooh.
acrylic
Wow.
pins based
And-
off of the sticker sheets.
And I'm
And
totally going to
super-
have to hit you up again for business cards, by the way.
And then super high tier is you get a T-shirt based off of any of the stickers on the sticker sheet. You choose.
Because t-shirts is now a
Wow.
thing.
E. Well, and like any of the sticker sheets I have, if you want like one of those stickers as a T-shirt, because Antonio has an print on demand machine, so we literally could put a T-shirt on there and print anything we want on there, and it can
That's
print
awesome.
color or white on black T-shirts.
Nice.
Yes.
What is this Kickstarter?
I'm doing a Kickstarter for I have these sticker sheets that here I'll share them in the Skype. You are getting views of something that not everybody is getting views of.
Super,
Okay.
super
Don't be
secret
sharing
stuff.
it across the web.
Yeah, please
Well,
don't share it yet until
I won't share it yet.
Okay. ... Okay, let's see here.
Can you also put a link to the Kickstarter?
Oh, I have to finish it.
Oh.
We have to first. I'm uploading images onto the Kickstarter itself. Then we have to put it through approval. Once it's approved, I can put a like, hey, this is going to start on this day, and we're going to start it on February 12th. So it'll be going on during Wawa WestCon. So we'll see what happens. Oh, my phone is. It's. All right, come on. I just want to add a picture. Let me add pictures, please. Okay. Camera. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I'm not used to using Skype on my phone, and that's where everything is.
Oh.
Okay, wait. Okay, here we go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Done. Okay. So at some point, it'll show up in the Skype chat. Hopefully.
Thank you for sharing.
If I did this right. I don't know if I did this right because it does not. Nothing is happening. All right, let's try this another way. All right. Why does nothing work?
Because of the rolls.
Yeah. Rolls we had today, everything.
Yeah.
Sticker sheet. Da 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 da. Okay, so that's one. Oh wait, there they are.
There it is.
Aha, they came through.
Where'd it go?
Remove. Okay, there they
Wow.
are. So those are the sticker sheets, which will one from each sticker sheet is going to be available as a pin.
Dapper beasties.
And one of the stretch goals is adding extra sticker sheets.
They're awesome.
I'm going to have some, at least of the Dapper Beasties, I'm going to have some of the singles available at Wawa WestCon. Like I just got in some, what's it called? Some of the stickers in a couple days ago, and I'm going to be selling those. Here, I'll post that. And then the other thing is I'm going to have, what's it called? Badge ribbons. But I'm going to be having, why is everything not working the way I want it to work? Because
Gonna be
it all,
super busy with all the things.
dude, I am going to be super busy with all the things. Like I'm going to be doing the, what's it called? I actually put in the order for the badge ribbons, which will be Cat Can Has Your Soul.
I love the pigeon. So saying that's funny as hell.
I mean, that's what I am. I am not an early bird or a night owl. I am a perpetually exhausted pigeon at all times. And Murder Floop is based off of my cat, and Big of Heart Dumb of Ass is based off of Yoda, my blind diabetic dog.
Yeah. That's awesome. Now I've seen the Curious Cats. I've seen a couple of those before.
Yeah, Cat Thulu is one of my more popular designs that I've done.
Yeah, I love that.
And then some of the single stickers that I'm going to be having at Wawa WestCon are not available. They're Dapper Beasties that are not available on sticker sheets yet, but I might offer as a stretch goal depending on how much, if I'm able to get this project funded.
Nice.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just right now. I think I might take a break and just kind of do more of this tomorrow. But I have to. I'm basically sitting here. For some reason, Kickstarter won't let me attach images to each of the tiers. So
really?
I've tried making the file as small as possible. I'm following their standards to what size it is, and I've been lowering the resolution lower and lower and lower, and it's getting more and more pixelated to the point of like, no, I'm just not doing that. So I've noticed what some people have done is on the story part of the Kickstarter, they're putting all their images. So I'm trying to zhuzh up the story and like put like a fancy tier, like the tiers, and we've labeled each tier stupid things because we're stupid people. And like we have like a like pie in the sky highest tier. There's only 5 of them available, and it's called the Grand Poobah.
Oh, nice.
And you get like 12 sticker sheets. You get all 5 of the pins. You get all of the digital coloring sheets, because like we have like a dollar tier option for people who don't have a lot of money. It's like, you give us $1, here's a digital coloring sheet, kind of deal. To get all of that, you get 2 t-shirts, and you pay like I forgot what we put like $150, and which I think it's worth it for all that stuff, because these are when I say sticker sheets, they're actually vinyl sticker sheets.
Oh, so, vinyl shit.
Yeah, okay, they're straight up vinyl. So so it's not like they're paper sticker sheets, they're vinyl.
Yeah, they're not going away if you put them on something.
Yeah, you can put them on. Yeah. So that and so we're gonna have those. We're also gonna offer as add-ons, and that's another thing I gotta do. Just we have sticker packs that we're making with loose stickers, and one of the stickers I ordered for Wawa WestCon, and if I have any left over, are glow in the dark steampunk Godzilla stickers.
And we all know
So-
Godzilla right now. Just saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's based off of Madame Askew's Godzilla she used to carry around. I don't know if she still carries him around.
I think the sticker, she still has one of the stickers, the top hat one, on the back of her
Yeah.
car.
Oh yeah. Well, that's fun. Well, I redid him digitally, and he now says steam powered because I don't want to put Godzilla on there, the word Godzilla, because
True. Yeah.
you know. So
Right,
it just says
right.
steam powered, and he's got a top hat, and he is vaguely Godzilla like with his little teacup with a nuclear cloud coming out of it, and he glows in the dark.
Yeah.
But hey, you can use Mickey Mouse now all you want.
I guess I could do a steampunk Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Steampunk's all open now, and there's been all kinds of crazy shit come out for that now. People have been playing with that art.
That's hilarious. Now, the thing I want to do, so the weekend right after the con, there is a convention in Phoenix called Game On Expo, and a voice actor that a voice actor, which is the only reason one of the reasons that I ended up getting Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be there. So one of the things I want to throw into there is doing some Baldur's Gate 3 Asterion art to give it to Neil Newbon.
Nice.
I want to do some Asterion approves and disapproves buttons and give those to him. He's supposed to be really nice to his fans, and I'm just hoping I don't have the same reaction to him that I had when I met Doug Jones. You know who Doug Jones is?
Yep.
Okay. Because when I met him, sweet. Okay, I'm rambling because I'm exhausted.
That's cool.
So
no, it's all good. What do you think about? What do you think about the Genesys system, the dice and rolling?
It's different. It's different. It's gonna take me a little bit because I have holes in my brain, so it takes me a little bit to learn new things.
No, I mean it takes a while because it makes you think on what you're gonna do with dice tips and stuff versus rolling hit and miss and you're done. You can still miss and then have advantage, and it takes a while to learn that, but it creates more of a
gives way more
storyline and
like a storytelling type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll still need you guys' help because technically I'm in 2 campaigns with this, but this is the second game that I'm playing.
Well, that's why I was asking, because now you've had a little experience with it, so.
And I still need their help with it.
Yeah,
it takes a while. And there's days where it's like you're really creative, you're like, oh, boom, 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 and then there's days like, okay, we got this. Now what the hell am I gonna do with that? I don't know, and my brain ain't working, but that's okay.
And I will always throw out a suggestion, and in my suggestions, I will never screw you over.
Yeah,
it's the last thing you want as a GM to do is say like, "Give me those points, and I'll give you crap."
Yeah.
or I'll give you something great that I can fiat out in just one bad roll. I usually try to definitely avoid doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you for that.
It's just how I would want it run on me,
Yeah. Are you going to be running any games during the Wawa WestCon, Jim?
I'm trying to see where I can fit time in to do it. With the Thursday nights, there's a shindig happening off-site, and then there's the wedding, and then there's Friday is the burlesque show, and Saturday is the wedding.
Okay. Yeah, because the gaming room is open. They have an actual gaming area. We have a gaming track and a sponsor, which, God, it was like pulling teeth to try and get that happening.
But you made it happen.
Dude, I was scared. I asked so many places, and but there's this new gaming store called IRL Cards, and they're super excited because they're just starting and they want to kind of get out there, and so they're going to be our gaming people, and they're going to have a table in the vendor hall as well as some sort of payment. and they're going to be running the gaming area, I guess, from 7 p.m. to midnight, basically Thursday to Saturday.
We need to
So
definitely make sure we got some barkers to spread the word.
yeah. So just like if you talk to James Breen, because I know he
I'll
is in
actually
charge of that.
be hanging out with him tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, cool. Yeah, talk to him and ask him about stuff, because I think it would be fun. I'm going to be part of his game, so I'm not going to be going to the wedding because I'm part of that game. I'm playing a half orc bard.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's very tall and burly, but she's like, I don't want to fight. Let me stand over here and sing things at you.
Unfortunately, I warned James I can't get out of the wedding because I'm involved in
No, I
part of
totally
it
get that.
with Kelly.
No, I totally get that.
I mean, let's put it this way. I think Kelly's mom is actually doing something for Eve in the wedding, so
Yeah, no,
I
totally
don't think
get
I'm.
that.
I think Pete is doing the photography, which is great. Which I would totally rather him do the photography than me. But I think I'm supposed to be recording something of the wedding. I'm not sure.
Well,
But
I know like a lot of people endorse you doing the recording, so you're really good at recording panels for different things. So I think that is kind of what people would like for you to do because you are so good at it. Because we were thinking about live streaming the wedding, because I guess some of the friends of the
couldn't make it this year. And
so that they.
Yeah, I know logistically it's rough at every convention place to try to live stream something because, you can see from Jocelyn's live streams that usually the locations are not Wi-Fi friendly, or they say they have Wi-Fi, but we get the convention center's Wi-Fi, which is cranked way back. So you get really sketchy signals unless you pay for an extra package, which that's every hotel convention center does that now. They want you to buy like a premier package to get the top tier Wi-Fi, which always pisses me off with that.
But I mean, with everything.
Yeah. But
I mean, be happy they're not charging you to set up all your shit in the rooms.
This is true.
Because in Vegas, they charge like you set up a booth if your shit touches the ground to get it to the location, you can't just carry it in. In Vegas, you are supposed to have a union porter to help carry the stuff to the site.
Yeah.
If you have to use a tool to put up, part of the booth, like your awning or whatever, then you have to have a union mechanic that you have to pay for. And heaven forbid if you have to plug something in.
Well, I guess I'm not doing any cons in Vegas.
Yeah,
because then you have to pay.
Vegas.
Because then you have to pay. Well, and they're not the only place. Like back east, it's really big in a lot of the big
any
cities.
of the big union states are pretty bad about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You have to pay for a union mechanic from their, from the casino. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hey, that's the Teamster gig there. That's
Yeah.
how they make everything money is because they put the union stamp on it.
Yeah, because I've done with the group, we were part of SOE, Sony Online Entertainment. They had a big fan fest every year before they sold all their online stuff.
Day.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yep.
When they were working on whatchamacallit 2,
EverQuest and
EverQuest 2,
Star Wars.
Yeah, the my military gamers group, they gave us a booth space free and all that, but yeah, we were carrying shit out and they're like, oh wait, who are you? Wait, where's your porter? You don't, like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, they ridiculous.
You mean you don't have a union rep?
Yeah, no, I mean,
we'll fix that real quick.
We got it there, but then they wanted to, us to pay to plug in for the laptops and power and
luckily as a vendor I found out that we don't need to pay for electricity, we just got to bring an extension cord, so there's that at least.
See,
well, we didn't have to pay for the electricity, we just had to pay to have the electricity wired and
wow.
Yeah
I don't like that.
Like
No,
in
at least that.
Tucson Convention Center, it's $200 to plug in. Doesn't matter how long you're plugged in, $200.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad the casino doesn't do that.
Yeah, casino's pretty cool. I mean, across the board,
Yeah, no,
I like
I
the
am
casino. They're
so
great for when they
happy.
do fireworks with us. The
Mhm.
food is great. The only
Oh,
drawback is food is slow at the casino.
now I
Oh,
and I
really?
get that. I get that. Honestly, I'm okay with that versus old Tucson that had kind of shitty food options for just
Yeah,
regular people. Like at least if you were staff or volunteer, you had access to their the staff like
cantina.
cafeteria,
Yeah,
which had like some decent food because it was, cheap.
yeah, it was
Um,
good
it was
food for
super cheap.
employees, but super cheap.
Yeah, totally. But any kind of con goer, you had not really good options, and it was stupid expensive
Yeah,
for what you were getting. I like the fact
Uh,
that the casino has several different restaurants. The foods you have cheap options, and it's not terrible.
and my personal favorite is Abuelitas. You get some
Hmm.
really great
Oh
Sonora
yeah.
dogs
Oh
there,
yeah,
and the diner. Everything is great at the diner.
oh yeah, I've done breakfast and lunch. I remember doing a breakfast and bringing my. Oh, so i-
Yeah,
other than
diner
you,
is
Jim,
awesome.
is anybody else coming other than Jim to the con?
Yeah, I think
When
it's
is it?
just me and the Great Gaming Group. It's the last weekend in February. So
February 29th to
February
March
29th through
3rd.
March 3rd or 4th. We're staying until the Monday afterwards. So I might get a game night on Sunday.
Okay.
Because you never know how many people do the overnight on the last night just to stay.
Yeah.
But then again, there's also the room parties that interfere with that
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, my thing is the
Um,
reason I'm saying is I'm actually going to have, I guess, in essence, a small bar because I will be bringing the bottle of 138 proof Puerto Rican rum.
Ooh.
oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't think, but we'll see. I haven't been before, so I mean, I would like to. We'll see. I
You
know
And
the.
should. It really is a fun con. It
and
really
as
Oh, I'm
is.
part of
sure.
the wedding party after party, I'm bringing 3 gallons of homemade wines.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, never done that con, but yeah, it's fun. It looks intriguing. And I like the casino where you're at. So,
Yeah, it's a
um,
great spot at the casino. I mean,
Well,
air conditioning is amazing.
this is the
yeah,
thing I'm going to tell you if you just want to check things out. The vendor hall is free.
It's
You
free to the
don't
public.
need
Yep.
you don't
oh,
have
okay,
to buy a
okay.
ticket.
So I can come bother you then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
totally
I'm
come
going to
through the
be there.
vendor hall and check stuff out because it's a huge space and they have a huge assortment of vendors.
Yeah.
Huge tracts of land. Oh, I mean,
Huge. I mean, it's on par like being, what I'd say a third of what TCC's vendor hall is, and
yeah.
that's
Okay.
huge for just a steampunk con.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I might have to check it out. We'll. I know that weekend's fairly open. The weekend prior, I'm getting a reworked nose, so
Yep. You'll
my
need some
goodness.
recovery time.
Yeah.
yeah,
I,
they're blowing up my nose and
oh
expanding
no.
things, and well, no, I have like 80%. I've since like I got out of the Marine Corps back in '93. It's like I've had apparently because I've never had it checked, but I got like 80% restriction in my sinuses. Everything's all
Oh
swollen and
no. Is it like a
yeah.
deviated septum or something?
Well, no, I got a deviated septum as well towards the end, and I got a spur towards the back where like the cartilage has kind of got a spur bumping out, but everything's so inflamed and swollen that it's like literally 80% restricted flow.
Yeah, all the
Oh no.
folds and the sinuses.
Yeah, all the
Dude, we'll just take you to
turb.
Purdy City and put a balloon up each side and fill it with helium.
Yeah, okay.
Oh wait,
So
his face
yeah,
exploded.
the turbinates they call it. They're little things, but they're gonna go in and it's typically in the past the surgery. It's been a surgery where they go in and they cut things to reduce things. The place I'm going to is actually going in and they are using what they call sinoplasty, which is kind of like what they use on arteries, where they go in, run a little
Or
line, they run a
angioplasty.
balloon,
Yeah.
run a balloon up and then they expand the balloon so there's no cutting. So
And
recovery
dude,
should be pretty quick.
I would not recommend the cutting because Kelly's mom did that, and she had basically perpetual runny nose that
Yeah.
can't stop for like 2
Well,
years.
yeah. Well, I mean, I have that now because I also have rhinitis, what they call vasomotor rhinitis, which is basically not just because of exterior adjutants. My nose gets runny, but the nerves itself are just firing constantly. So I have constant postnasal and
Oof.
regular drainage and drippage. So they're also doing a surgery or a procedure where they're going in and zapping certain nerves with radio frequency to try to calm them down. So they're doing that as well.
Go in there and say,
So-
"Whoa, boy!"
That does not sound pleasant at all.
No, it doesn't sound fun, but think about breathing through like 2 little straws all the time, and then all of a sudden it's like you're breathing through a PVC pipe or something. You know, I mean,
No, I get it. I
Yeah.
have a lot of I have breathing on top of asthma. I have a deviated septum.
yeah,
I technically have sleep apnea, but I can't use a
Yeah.
CPAP because it causes me claustrophobia, and I have ripped them off my face while I've been asleep and thrown them across the room, which is very expensive. So
yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
finally getting a sleep study because of all this, so we'll see about that. But I'm always afraid that somehow I'll like wrap myself up and choke myself with it. But we'll see. But and then I'm also doing allergy shots because I'm allergic to 58 of the 58 items they tested me for in Arizona. So
oh no.
Wow.
yeah. Hey, I'm a high achiever, man. You know,
If it can
Why
kill you
go
in
half-
Arizona, it can kill you.
why go half-ass? So yeah, I should be a bubble boy. So thank you, go for and all that shit. So. So I'm really excited. I mean, I got to do weekly shots. I get stuck 3 times every week because they don't want to put it all in one shot into one place. But
Nor should they.
right, and then I mean, if I'm at the 80% restriction, if I can get to, I don't think I'll get any. I just can't imagine going to no restriction from that. So even if I got to 50, that's 30% more airflow. I mean, I won't know how to act.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
so if I'm feeling good by that weekend, yeah, I mean, I might actually sleep. What a concept,
You'll be unstoppable.
right? Yeah, it was funny when I did my allergy testing. It's like they did the little things, all the little spots, and 10 minutes in, they come back in to check, make sure you're not like flopping around from anaphylactic shock or anything. And
geez.
the gal walks in and walks around the door, and it's like, oh. I'm like, oh. It's like, oh, well, I mean, it looks like you're reacting to everything.
Wow.
So then the nurse prac comes in to go, yeah. So they come in, measure everything. The nurse prac comes in. She's like, okay, so you win. I'm like, well, I mean, today's really kind of a good day. I'm actually breathing through both nostrils without much issue. I mean, other than, the restriction. Actually, like, oh, today's a good day? Like, okay, well, let me take a look what a good day looks like. So she takes her little thing and sticks it part way up my nose to look. And, she's like, oh, so everything's inflamed and there's mucus everywhere. So that's a good day for you. It's like, I'm amazed that you're able to, how you're able to operate and function.
Wow.
Like,
All right. I am going to call it a night. So I
Yep.
will talk to you guys later because I'm going to go pass out for a bit.
Yep.
Good night.
Having a
Good
good
night, all.
night.
Good job. Fun times. It was
Thank
a good
you.
session.
Yay.
Yay.
Nobody died.
Not
Yeah.
that we didn't try to. The
Despite
prolific
everything,
God,
nobody died.
The Velithic gods have been brutal so far, but I've shielded you all from that so far.
Okay. All right. Good
Spoken
night.
like a paladin.
night.
Bye.
Right.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Right.